Hi, I'm Bill Search, and this is your regular dose of small group leader encouragement. Today, I want to talk about how to energize a worn out group. Do you have a worn out group? Maybe it's been meeting for 2 years or 10 years or 10 weeks, and it already feels worn out. What do you do to spark some new life in the group? Well, first thing you could do is dust off the old covenant. Better yet, scrap the old covenant. Start over. A covenant's just an agreed upon set of terms for the group. Helps everybody in the group know what you're trying to do. So start over. Grab a blank piece of paper and say, hey, team, what should we do in this next season of our group? What should we accomplish? What are our ground rules? Get that covenant out of the cobwebs and put it into real life in your group. And then switch up the format. If your group's kind of tired of doing the same old thing, well, everybody gets tired of doing the same old thing. If you've been doing a paper discussion guide, switch to a video. If you've been doing a video, switch to a paper discussion guide. If you've ever tried a book discussion, not book of the Bible, but a popular book, try a popular book of the Bible. And if you always grab popular books, then mix that up too. Mix up your format. Mix up the place you meet. Meet in a park. Meet outside if the weather's nice. Whatever it takes to just kind of freshen everything up. And then take a retreat together. Now, you might have been meeting forever and go, why on earth would we go on a retreat? I'm not even sure I like these people. Well, you might really not like them after a retreat, but I bet you will. And if you change the space in which you meet and spend a condensed period of time, maybe one overnight, maybe it's just a day trip. Maybe it's an intense spiritual thing, and maybe you just go to the zoo together. Just do something together outside of the routine, some kind of a retreat. And then you could also add people. Even if you have 10 or 12 people in your group and your group already feels full, add a couple more people. New people adds new perspectives, mixes everything up, all the relationships restart, some of the old stories come back out again, and new stories are told. Adding new people, if nothing else, changes the dynamic of the group. Or you could take a hiatus from your group and stay together as a group and just go serve for a season. Go serve for 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 8 weeks. Go someplace, some ministry your church is connected to, or a ministry within your church, or just offer to be the ushers for the summer or something. Just serve together. Do something different where you're all together as a group. Another thing I've heard some groups use that freshens up the group is they have a ask the expert or bring in a teacher for a season. A lot of churches have some sage, some wise person or biblically or theologically informed person, and they get invited into the small group for 4 sessions or 8 sessions, whatever works for your group. And you bring in one of the pastors, or you bring in a local college professor or somebody that has a contribution to make, and ask them to be part of your group just for that season, to bring a whole different bearing of light onto your group. Some groups, I've heard of them doing a thing called the hot seat. Even if they've been together a long time, it's amazing how little we really know each other. And so an individual is chosen, they're warned ahead of time, and then they sit in the special chair somewhere, maybe near the center of the room, and then they get dinged with questions. They're on the hot seat. Make sure you play nice, because it's going to be your turn to be on the hot seat one of these weeks, so don't ask anything maybe you don't want asked of you. But it's another way of mixing things up in your group. Well, hopefully some of those things have been helpful. We want to learn together. So as always, like the video, share the video, and put your comments down below. What are some things that you have experimented with, experienced, tried, seen success with, or maybe even seen failure with? I always love learning for failure. So put those in the comments. And as always, I'm Bill Search. Thanks for your time. Hopefully you found it encouraging, and I will see you next time.